So I make offhand comments about this on occasion, but I have this thing that I call my Let's Play notebook, which is just basically a Marble School notebook that I use to write down things like video title ideas or notes that I want to make a point to come back to later on in a game when I'm doing a Let's Play. And I started keeping this thing around when I did the a little before when I did the Let's Play of Pokemon Sun, way back in 2016. And I'm getting down to the end of it. I'll need to get a new notebook soon because it's almost full. And it would be sort of a... It would have some nice narrative symmetry if I, like, finished this one off on Pokemon Ultra Moon all these years later. Although it's not going to quite work out that way because there's a couple more pages left in it, and I doubt I'm going to need that much space for this entire game. Anyway, hello all the crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite. Welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. Last time... we did some battling up in the festival. We saw some goons who I'm sure are definitely, absolutely not going to be plot relevant in a couple of videos from now. And Lily is going to just stand around being a little awkward. She's going to tell me where to go next. This is probably where I'm going to start to stop reading every line of dialogue, or maybe I won't, because this is definitely not something I'm familiar with from Pokemon Sun. That did not happen in the original games, did it? Alright. That was a solar eclipse. It happens when the sun gets covered up. Was it now? Was a solar eclipse forecast for today? Ah, well, it must be some kind of good omen, yeah? So, funny you mentioned that. I'm recording this here Pokemon Sun right after I finished Golden Sun Dark Dawn, and it's like... the solar eclipse in that game was definitely not a good omen in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, you think something good will happen. A long, long time ago, Alola was cloaked in darkness, yeah, but people say that's when Alola's people and Pokemon blasted away the darkness with light. And they also say that was why people started gathering Z crystals, and that custom turned into the Island Challenge. Drago, now that you've got that Z Power Ring, I hope you've got tons of Z... I hope you'll collect tons of Z crystals. Alright. That's exactly what a researcher like me needs to uncover new secrets. Professor, that's not why... Alright. So, Lily, yeah. Professor. It was a little bit interesting when we were looking at the sky and talking about the eclipse or whatever. You'd think that there would have been a little bit of, like, warning, because whenever there's an eclipse in real life, you know, that's all anyone talks about for, like, 4 months ahead of time. But, apparently in this game, they just happen sometimes. It's, no point, like, calculating them or anything. It's, no big deal. Anyway, did I fight all the trainers? Oh, you know what? I did say I'd do the thing where I just, like, try and catch a random Pokemon or two on every route. So, not gonna use it, but let's go and grab ourselves a Wingull here. You're gonna use Water Gun? That could be a problem. I hope I'm gonna catch you on the next turn. Well, that's gonna teleport us back to home. Oh, I still have Grubbin, I forgot, because I did this on the last turn, too. Alright, Grubbin. Have at it. I really hope that I can catch you on this one turn, because we're in a little bit of trouble here. Let's go and see if we can... No! Alright, Grubbin, I think you're probably dead, unless the Wingull does something stupid like using Supersonic instead of, I don't know, any other move. Peck. Pretty sure you got Peck. You're a bird. You gotta have Peck. Let's go and use another Pokeball. So I've got 9 of those. I guess I was given a couple of them at the beginning of the game, because I don't really remember picking them up anywhere. Alright, much better. No whiting out for me, because that would be, embarrassing. So, Grubbin's gonna gain some experience. That's gotta be enough for a level, right? Yeah, that's enough for a level. I'm glad for you, I guess, Grubbin. Still not gonna use you, but we're gonna add your data to the Pokedex. Alright. Registered. And... oh god, Rotom's gonna start talking at me now. Alright, we're not gonna look at any of that. We're not gonna nickname you. Wingull is gonna join my party, whatever. So I was going to walk up to that kid and fight him, but I think with one Pokemon down, maybe I should instead maybe like not do that. Let's see if I can sneak through this. Alright, very good. So if we make it through there, we're gonna go and I should be able to go back home, rest up before going to the trainer school. I don't know if anyone in the trainer school would heal me before I have to fight anyone, but alright. Oh, Mom's got some context-aware dialogue, does she? Do your best to become an Island Challenge champ. I'll be behind you all the way. Alright. Yeah, take a bit of a break. Can I dismiss this text on the bottom screen? Or actually, you know what? Maybe that's not the question. Maybe the question is, oh, thanks, I guess. Maybe the question is, can I actually, like, engage in dialogue with Rotom? I won't short-circuit that easy. Maybe a nice visit to the Pokemon Center will have us feeling better in no time. So, oh, alright. Thanks, I guess. Don't really need it. Oh, there is a Pokemon Center right there. That's what that red circle is. Well, I'm all healed up. And if I run this way, there's going to be the game. Oh, great. Now we're going to learn about Pokemon Centers all over again. I guess this is fine. We haven't seen one yet in this game. There's always the chance that this is going to be someone's first Pokemon game. But, like, on top of all the other dialogue we've been through, it's definitely coming out to be quite a lot. Alright. So that's the PC. I guess I could deposit the Pokemon I've caught at this point. I'm not... I guess it couldn't hurt to just have some backup, some meat shields around if I am going to go running around catching things in the tall grass. That could possibly take a couple of turns and, you know, I'll be taking hits and not doing any damage. But, so this is the cafe, the drink counter that I mentioned. It's now 7 o'clock in Alola. AM or PM. Again, I have no idea what time my 3DS actually thinks it is. Or what day, or what year, for that matter, because I let the battery die, and I never reset the clock. Anyway, lemonade, Moo Moo Milk, pineapple juice, and Nevermind. I'll take the Nevermind, please. I wish I could say that was an original joke. I'm pretty sure I got that from Maryland. I'm not entirely sure where I got that one from. But anyway, what is pineapple juice? Like, I know what lemonade and Moo Moo Milk is. I can't say I know pineapple juice. I've got a lot of money already. Let's see, is that going to be an item that I can take with me? That does sound good, actually. Great. Now I feel like I'm wasting my life playing video games. Thanks, old man. So that's a Lumio Skelette. I was gonna say, do I actually, like, get to take the pineapple juice with me? Is that gonna be, like, a new kind of healing item? I know that every region has a basically a full heal, so the Lumio Skelette, the Olgato, lava cookies, that sort of thing. I did not get a pineapple juice, but I did get a Lumio Skelette. All right. Oh well. Would have been interesting if, like, every island or every city that you visit has its own regional drink, which is functionally like the same healing item, but with a different like sprite in the menu or that kind of thing. Trading features. Can I actually do that yet? I think that's quick link. I don't have another 3DS on hand that I can do that with, but I guess that's there. I don't remember the game telling me that was, like, available. I know in older Pokemon games, trading isn't really a thing that becomes available until, like, a gym or so into the game, but I think the later games make that available to you earlier. This is the, that's the Pokemart, and alright, I will make an attempt to at least talk to all the NPCs in the Pokemon Center, because, once in a while, you will find someone who will give you, like, an item or something like that. I make an attempt to talk to all the NPCs in general, but especially in Pokemon Centers. It looks like we won't be going that way anytime soon, thanks to Tauros. So that brings back a really weird memory. Well, not a memory that I had, but, I think a couple of years ago, and I have no idea how this happened, but the NJ Transit train system was once had a delay because someone's bull got loose on the tracks, and I don't know if they ever found out, like, where it came from. I assume it escaped from some farm or something, or something of that nature. But the NJ Transit is known for occasionally being delayed, and that was probably one of the funnier reasons that I ever heard about. Did not expect to tell that story in in a video today. But anyway, 4 trainers. I've got to beat 4 trainers here at school. All right, so going to school just to beat up kids. Awesome. I was born for this job. That's the experience share. So, this is, I believe this was the last game where you have the option to turn the experience share off. And I haven't yet decided if I want to do that. I think I am, so I think normally I would turn it off without question, but the thing that I'm going to try and do with my team is going to make things a little bit difficult, at least for probably the first half of the game. And it might not be the worst idea to leave it on, to turn it on, so that I could get past that point a little faster. Or at least so that I could have like a numerical advantage before that point. But I think just to challenge myself, I'll turn it off. Which also reminds me, can I go and yeah, let's turn that off. All right, so I can do that in this game. The other thing I like to do for a little bit of a challenge is to go into settings, and enable. Oh, I did not have text speed set to fast. It didn't really matter. The normal text speed isn't too bad in this game. Even slow isn't that bad in this game. I guess I'll leave it at normal. I will set the battle style to set. And I think that's going to be my difficulty challenge for this game. I know that people impose all kinds of their own crazy... I forgot to save. I know that there's all kinds of challenges that people like to impose on themselves between Nuzlocke and other kinds of challenge runs. And on top of that, the internet loves to clamor for difficulty modes in Pokemon games. But honestly, I feel like there are difficulty modes in Pokemon games that just nobody chooses just because they're not labeled hard mode. Like, you could go into the menu and turn off switch battle style, turn it on to set. And the game is not only harder, but it's also more interesting because you actually have to think about not only what's immediately in front of you on the field, but also what your opponent is likely to throw out next, the same way that you would in competitive. And I would take that over just a 5-level bump to your opponents any day of the week. I feel like I've kind of always had that opinion, at least ever since I started to realize that you could do that, and it's only gotten it to be a stronger opinion over time. Is this the first trainer battle of the video? I know I did the one catching thing earlier, but I think this is the first trainer battle. If you've never done this, just give it a try. Set battle style. It makes the game so much more interesting. And like if Pokemon ever did add a real hard mode, not counting the silly shenanigans they did in Black 2 and White 2, it's not like I wouldn't use it, but oh, you're a rock type. All right, I fell for the oldest trick in the book. All right, never how does it go? Never start a land war in Asia. Never use fire on a rock type pretending to be a tree, and never go all in against the Sicilian when death is on the line. I'm pretty sure those came out of my mouth in the right order. All right, I did it again too, didn't I? I don't have that many great options against this Bonsai, do I? Lick, I guess, is a neutral hit, but Lick is such a weak move. Anyway, we're gonna use Lick again, maybe hope for a paralysis. It's not like Bonsly is fast anyway. I guess I should call it Bonsly. Thanks. I should call it Bonsly, because that's the joke, isn't it? Is Bonsai. But, alright, Wingull. Sorry, Litten, Wingull, you're still not an official member of my team. The same way that Grubbin isn't, but we're just gonna go and take down this one here, Rock type. Please. Alright, fortunately that didn't put you to full health, because I think that would have reactivated Sturdy. Alright. This should not take as long as it has. Alright. You know what I haven't done yet? Is I haven't checked the nature on Pico yet. Alright, Hitomi. So Hitomi can go and give us a little more trouble than I really expected. Yeah, boost their stats. I'm gonna go run back to the Pokemon Center. And we are gonna pretend that last battle never happened. What is this, by the way? I legitimately thought this was like a tombstone for a moment. Unsullied, enjoyable, and academic. Alright, so that's one of those like fancy marker things that they like to put out outside of like fancy buildings and whatever. Anyway, as I was saying, checking Pico stats. Let's have a look at your summary. And that is going to be plus defense minus special attack. That's That's all right. I I don't know off the top of my head what Incineroar's final stat spread is like, but it looks like something that would be a physical attacker, so I'm not gonna say no to that. All right, might throw like flamethrower on him just for like special type coverage at some point, just in case to go up against like a Skarmory or something. But anyway, I'm the strongest. That's why I won't even bother battling you unless you can beat everyone else. All right, so I'm gonna have to come back to you. We've got a couple of Pokemon battling courts here, sketched on the ground. Are you two battles for me? No, you're just doing rock, paper, scissors. All right. Fire type and grass type. Definitely water. That's the answer. All right. You got to pay more attention in school. It's definitely water. What's out this way? So, can I go and, are there more kids in here for me to fight? Alright, so there's tall grass. I guess, while I'm here, I might as well catch someone, too. That is a Zorua. Alright, I did not remember Zorua was just an ordinary encounter. Well, I guess it can't be like an event Pokemon forever, but, alright, I did use a Zorua once in a Let's Play, didn't I? I think in, no. I'm not sure if I'm getting to the point where I've done enough Pokemon Let's Plays that I can't remember, like, everything that I've ever used. Especially since, in, some of the later ones, I tried rotating teams, so that I could, like, see more of the new Pokemon in Pokemon Sword or whatever. But, you know, let me go and use Lick on you just to do a little bit of damage and maybe paralyze. Alright. Got the paralysis. Awesome. But, I know I've used the Zorua / Zoroark in non-recorded and personal playthroughs. I can't remember if I ever did in a Let's Play or not. It's an interesting Pokemon. It's not quite as good as the lore would have you believe, at least I found. It's a good special attacker, but it's nothing, like, mystical or anything like that. I don't know. I'm not planning on using it this time, but maybe someday I will. Alright. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 3. And Zorua should have no problem being caught there with the paralysis and being below half HP. And I think with that, we can be on our way. Alright. Pico's going to get some experience. I will not be giving you a nickname. I wonder how much of the Pokédex I actually could complete just by casually running around and seeing what I find. I see I'm 1% through the Alola Pokédex, 2% through the Melee. But, let's continue this way. There is an item. I probably should walk through the tall grass if I don't want to fight anything else. Alright, so I'm seeing some items in here. I am not seeing any more trainers. So this might just be a, Oh, there is a trainer. Alright, we'll fight the trainer. Please don't have a Bonsly with you. Does the B button in this game not, like, automatically select don't forget a move when you have the option to forget a move to learn a new one? I guess not. I don't know if they just didn't want people doing that by accident or something like that, because I guess, to be fair, it is kind of easy to do by accident, but let's take our leave through this fence. It threw me off a little bit. I definitely expected that you should be able to. Anyway, so that's 2 out of the 4. Do we have to find anyone else? Is there anyone inside, or is everyone that I have to fight outside? Alright. Teacher? We occasionally ask Professor Kukui to run a special class for our school. He's done a great deal of research into Pokemon moves, after all. Alright, so you're not gonna fight us. Don't get to beat up the teachers, too. Just the students. There's a set of lockers. What? A Quick Claw. Alright, that's an item that will, I think it's a 30% chance of going first automatically, regardless of speed stat. I don't believe that accounts for priority, though, so if you use, like, Quick Attack on something, that will still have priority. But that's a Meowth blocking the stairs. Student blocking the stairs. You're not helping, mister. Anyway. Let's see. Is that it? Can I go through this door? I cannot go through that door. This is the front door. In that case, where is the... I thought there were 4. And I have to assume that it's neither of you. There is the 3rd over here. Unless I can fight him now. Alright, so I missed someone. Is there anything behind the school? There's an incinerator. Burning garbage should become one way to reduce the volume of waste. Yeah, you have to be careful what you burn, though, because it's plastic, for example, creates some fumes that I don't really think you want around an elementary school. Oh, you know what? Was it one of the students in that classroom earlier? I feel like it probably was. Wait a minute. Is this a kid? I definitely thought you were a piece of furniture. Alright, you're not the battle, though. Alright, so it is the student. Alright. So you're gonna give me an Oranberry. That's gonna be some automatic HP restoration if you equip them. And your Pokemon's HP falls below half in battle. I believe that's 10 points of HP restoration in battle. Anyway, let's see. Are you gonna fight me too? No, you're not gonna fight me. So I guess it's just the last one is gonna be that one kid outside. I should probably heal the poison before I go fight anyone though. So let's go and into my bag and. Medicine, I have a antidote, right? We're going to use that on Pico. And I have a potion, which we are also going to use on Pico. Alright, let's go back outside. So if I run this way, the 4th kid who I have to fight should just be out here. You, over here on this little playing field, looks like you beat everyone else, huh? Yeah, I guess I did. Your ability is gonna get it. Alright, what is that? Do you have, like, static, or... I'm trying to think, at this point in the game, what abilities might you have? I'm not gonna see anything that's, like, too crazy. Sturdy, maybe? Although the other kid already had a Bonsai. Oh, Ekans. You know what? I don't know offhand what... Oh, it's Shed Skin, isn't it? I think Ekans has Shed Skin. Oh, it's Intimidate. Alright, well, fortunately, I have Ember, which is a special attack. Alright, that did a little less than half. Bite's not going to be very effective. So that's like a 6-hit KO right there. Ember is going to be a 3-hit KO. Alright. If I burn you, all the better. Wrap. Yeah, that's going to do nothing. That did, what, 2 damage? 1 damage? It wasn't a lot. I think the residual did more damage than the original hit. Anyway, we're going to use Ember again. That's going to take Ekans down, and I believe we have now defeated everybody. Still not getting a level out of that, though. Okay. So, you're gonna tell me about the Intimidate ability. That's, it's one way. I feel like spelling it out for me is a little bit much. I feel like seeing it... I feel like just seeing it in battle should be enough for most people to pick up on what's going on, but whatever. So, Technical Machines, that is I believe the first one that we've got in this game so far. In this game, they are not finite use. I mean... They are not finite use, they are infinite use. Let's see. Starting in Sword and Shield, Technical Machines. Oh, she's accusing me of getting called to the principal's office. I do remember that joke from the original games, too. It's really weird what bits that I remember from Pokemon Sun, even though I've forgotten the vast majority of the things that happened in that game by this point, but the random bits that I remember, where was I? So, Technical Machines. And in Pokemon Sword and Shield, there were technical machines and technical records. The records were single use, the machines were infinite use, I think, which is an interesting compromise to that little dilemma. Workup. Do I want to? Sure. Alright, we're going to use Workup. I'm going to get rid of Growl. In general, there are exceptions, but in general, I find it more useful to raise my own stats than lower the opponent's. There are cases where you might want to lower the opponent's attack or whatever to enable you to set up on them without having to worry about taking hits. But my competitive instincts would tell me that stat buffing moves are generally more useful than their counterpart. Not counting, of course, passive ways to do it, like Intimidate or other things like that. God, there have to be more ways to drop your opponent's stats than Intimidate, right? I guess the two stat reduction moves aren't terrible. Like, maybe not so much Screech for defense or special defense, but what move, it's been too long since I've done competitive. The moves that will, like, lower your attack or special attack by 2 stages or that kind of thing. Anyway, if we go this way, the principal's office. Oh, am I in detention already? Alright, so we're gonna fight the teacher now. That's cool. Or the principal or whoever this is. Oh, are you the one who took the Poplio? Teacher Emily. And you do indeed have Poplio. Alright. So, we're going to, what level are you going to be? That's going to dictate my strategy, whether I come out swinging or try to mess you up first. Alright, level 10. I'm going to once see if I can paralyze you with Lick. I probably should have healed before this. Water gun. Alright, I had a feeling you were gonna make use of your elemental move. That's a problem. I could be in trouble. So instead, I think I'm gonna switch out to Zorua, and I'm gonna do a little bit of meat shield here. Sorry, Zorua, and we'll see if I can heal a little bit before I really have to do anything serious. All right. I can't believe you survived that. But if I go into my bag, oh, you know what? I should have equipped the Oranberry, because oftentimes when the game gives you one, it's like not a terrible idea to equip it right then and there, just in case like you need it soon. Like, Oranberries are going to be outclassed pretty quickly as far as restorative items go. But, like, for the next, like, half hour of gameplay, until I have more than, like, 40 or 50 HP, it's not the worst. But, oh well. So, if I go and Lick you again, Lick has, I think it's a 30% chance of paralysis. It might be 50. There we go. Alright, that's going to make this a bit easier. You're going to use Water Gun again. And unfortunately, I don't have a, I've got, how many potions left? I have 10 potions left, so I can kind of keep spamming those. Unfortunately, I don't have, like, Pound or something that I could possibly Paraflinch you with. Which would probably be the safest way to get through a fight like this, but we'll, oh, you're the one with Pound. Yeah, whatever. We'll see if we can, just stall for a few minutes until the paralysis gets the better of you, and then after that, I'll use, like, Scratch or something. Come on, be paralyzed. There we go. All right, that took a couple of that took a couple of turns, but we'll take our stall. I'm not actually sure if I had picked up my second team member by this point in the game, if that would make things easier or harder. Oh, great. That's more than half, so I have to count on the paralysis for anything to happen. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna just take the gamble here. You are paralyzed, and I might be able to take you down with another Scratch. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Alright, almost. Nice effort there. Not sure if you're gonna heal on this one. If you do, that could actually be a bit of a problem. Let's go Grubbin. And just see if I can do anything with the Grubbin here. Grubbin's actually gonna gain like 3 levels after this fight if you survive. Alright, no item. And there goes Poplio. So I'm not actually sure if having a second party member would have helped me out here on account of what exactly that second party member would have been. But it's going to be a couple of videos before I'm actually able to do that, for reasons that largely don't have to do with the actual game. But again, we'll get there when we get there. So you're going to grow level 7. Are you going to grow to level 8? You are not. Alright, not the best fight I've ever been in, but we can get through it. So, You want to take something, you want me to take something from you. That is 5 Great Balls, so I will use those eventually. Whether on my actual team or just catching random stuff. Okay, I remember that guy with the pink hair. I don't remember his name. Ilima. Alright, Captain Ilima. Captain makes you sound important. Alright, Kukui, shut up. I've spent a lot of time... Yeah. We're doing a lot of talking here. So I have to go to Verdant Cavern, fill out my team a little bit before doing that. We'll see how much I actually do that, because I don't know. It is 1 in the morning. It's 1:30 in the morning, and I probably should be asleep, but I feel like playing Pokemon, so here we are. This is everyone who we've beat up / talked to today, and we are going to get some kind of send-off from the trainer school. Alright. I hope this is the end of, you know, the tutorial bits, because this is I feel like graduation would be a good time to stop giving us tutorials, but... Anyway. Lily. Boy, the game really likes telling you how much you're, you know, in sync with your Pokemon or whatever, doesn't it? To some extent, all Pokemon games do, but it's like the 4th or 5th time this game has told me that. Anyway. So, what is it? Is that Tauros gone over there? Is the NJ Transit free to start rolling again? I was really impressed seeing how you battled with your Pokemon at trainer school. It feels like you're really giving it your all for your Pokemon's sake. I guess that's why you're able to save Nebby. Alright. That's sweet, I guess. I forgot about Tauros. Hop, you're not helping. Alright, in my defense for getting his name wrong that time, that is what he's doing. That's not actually why I got his name wrong. It's just because I don't think before I open my mouth. But for God's sake. Alright, sorry for scaring your friend. I guess it's time to get old Tauros back home. Alright, why not give him a pat? So, is this going to be stroke its face, stroke its mane, or stroke its never mind? That last one sounds like it could be a bit of a problem. But, is this going to be where we get to start riding Pokemon? Because that is a mechanic in this game. No, he's walking away. Places you'll go? Alright. How, you have way too much energy. The Kahunas sure are something, eh? Able to calm a raging Pokemon without even needing to battle? No, that's something. I mean, I like Tauros plenty and all, but it is pretty scary. I don't want to ride on it. I do. So where are you two off now? Alright, I was thinking I should show Drago around Hyrule City a bit. Nice idea. You're always on top of things, Lily. Drago just got to Alola, huh? Then let me tag along too. I want to go get something good to eat. Alright. I kinda do too. It is 1:30 in the morning. That could be a bit of a problem. My sleep schedule is not normal. But he's gonna run off. And how? Guess we should go catch up with him before he goes too far. Hyrule City is the biggest city in all Alola. Is it? I mean, it's not small. But it's not huge either. Anyway, you know, I'm not going to run back to the Pokemon Center. There's going to be a Pokemon Center in town. We can do that there. My god, I swear I thought that was going to turn into the Delfino Plaza music. I feel like I probably made the same remark the first time around, too. Just the way that it started out. It's good music, though. Beach time! Hey, you! You've come to Alola from someplace far off, haven't you? I can tell. Then let me teach you the proper way to greet someone in Alola. Yeah, it's not that deep. So, for those who don't know, aloha is, the greeting in Hawaiian. I believe it's also the greeting in the farewell, for the, like, 2 people on Earth who don't know that one. And, they did not get too creative, with the name of this region. Anyway. So you're gonna tell me about Pokemon moves. And, I would like to go to the Pokemon Center. Is this a building I can go into? It doesn't look like it is. Alright. Can I go, like, behind it? It kind of looks like on the bottom screen map I should be able to. I guess I'm a trial goer. Alright, so you're gonna give me a potion. This is why you talk to all the NPCs. A potion isn't much, but it's not gonna complain about free stuff. Boy, there's a lot of NPCs around here. Alright, I wonder if I, like, get far enough away from you, if I can see your animation. No, you're just gonna disappear. I was gonna say if I could see your animation rate just, like, slow down or update at half speed or just stop completely or something, but the draw distance is just not even that far. Which is, I mean, it's a 3DS. Understandable. Let's see. So I guess we'll go down onto the beach now. And we can, boy, and speaking of the random things I remember, there's some swimmer in the game who's like, I've got Pukamuku stuck to my butt, which is one of the, like, sea cucumber Pokemon or something like that. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much farther. I do want to end this off probably soon. We're probably coming up. I'm a little over a half an hour on the recording timer. It's probably going to be a little less than that once I edit out the getting lost in the trainer school. But, oh, this is a Pukamuku. Can I pet it? I can't do the little dance the way that I can with Rockruff. Oh, okay. I did not notice that line the first time around. That's pretty funny. All right. I don't remember that from the first game. I don't know if it's if all the dialogue in this game is different or if, like, the individual lines, the banter is going to be recycled or not, but yeah, throwing sea cucumbers at your friends, that's just definitely a good way to stay friends with someone. All right. So you're going to tell me about flying types and ground types and whatnot, and I think I'm going to end this off here unless I find any other NPCs on the beach. There's an item, or there is another NPC. All right, I guess I'll wait a minute. All right. What have you got to tell me? The droppings fall. The beauty of nature. Yeah, that's one way to put a positive spin on it. Anyway, my name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon Sun. Next time, we're going to explore more of Hyoli City, and I'm going to go get something to eat at 1:30 in the morning. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page for that can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.